Welcome back to the channel, Jerry fam. I hope everyone is having a good Wednesday hump day wherever you are. Now, it's been a few weeks since I've covered the purple turtle named Jerry, ticker symbol JYAI on Ethereum, and we are no shortage of new developments to go over in today's video, including, and this should not surprise you by now, some very impressive price action in the last week when the rest of the market has been nuking. We have seen this time and time again in Jerry. Solid price strength, meaning the price consolidates and doesn't dip at all when literally every other meme coin is dumping. We're going to go over that. We're also going to look at some trading volume for Jerry. I know I don't usually cover this in my video, but I'm going to show you exactly what I see with Jerry's volume currently that is typically, in my opinion, indicative of a price rise coming up. And we're going to look at a big new billboard that the purple turtle just got listed on. And this isn't some small billboard in some side street in some small city. No, this is major U.S. city, major high traffic area. Wait till you see it. Let's start with the billboard. And no, it's not your typical played out Times Square rotating billboard or the Las Vegas one on that side street. This one is right near the heart of Los Angeles, and it's a town called Woodland Hills, about 10 miles outside of LA, and it's on a very high traffic street called Ventura Boulevard. That name of the street might sound familiar. You know that Tom Petty song Free Fallin', where at one part of the song he goes, Ventura Boulevard? Yes, that's the street he's referring to. I used to live exactly 3 miles away from right where this billboard went up, and I can tell you Ventura is a very high traffic street, start to finish. So the Jerry team unveiled a little 30-second teaser clip showing the billboard. Here it is. Give it a watch. So this is a really well thought out billboard in terms of the content on it. Why? Well, obviously they have the name of the coin, JYAI. Then they prominently put on Ethereum. Why is that smart? Because ETH is the hot chain, the hot coin of the moment in cryptocurrency. It just hit an all-time high. Ethereum has been making all the global headlines, not Bitcoin, not Solana, not Pepe. It's been ETH. So if you have a meme coin on ETH, you might as well promote that to the masses, because the masses, the mainstream people, that's the coin they're talking about. Additionally, they have Matt Fury prominently mentioned on the billboard. Matt Fury has lived in LA for the last 20 years of his life. He is a Los Angelino. So if he's not already a household name in every other city of the U.S., he is especially a household name there. And then they have the Jerry character mentioned, displayed prominently right next to Brett and Pepe. That is smart as well. And they have the scan code right there to buy Jerry. So if you just hold up your phone, if you're stuck in traffic, Ventura is really trafficy, then you can scan that and then buy it from your app. Really smart in the detail. Then in Jerry's Twitter, a bunch of other influencers have noticed the billboard, including Crypto Empress. She lives out there in Southern California. She lives about an hour south of Woodland Hills in LA. She is in Orange County. She wrote the address and everything. We have other influencers picking it up as well. And it's also worth noting that Floki and Toshi also put up billboards on this exact same billboard right here, which these are huge, huge coins. Floki is a $500 million project, which touched $4 billion at its all-time high in the 2021 bull run. Toshi is a $272 million project, which touched just about $1 billion when it was listed on Coinbase. These projects are massively bigger than Jerry, which is what I'm going to show. This is obviously just not a cheap billboard. It's expensive. This isn't some rinky-dink $50 an hour billboard in the middle of some desert where no one is driving by. This is the real deal. Now let's look at some price action. As mentioned, the chart is looking absolutely stellar. So here is the full 8-month chart. This coin launched in late December. This is about as good as it can possibly get. Multiple times, I have counted 4. Jerry has survived approximately 70% dip each time. We have one 70% dip here, recovered to new all-time high, another 70% dip here, recovered to a new all-time high, and then another 70% dip here, recovered to a new just about all-time high. 4 times. That is price stability right there. And then if we're going to look at the 2-month chart right here. So first of all, in the last week, very good price action. We're at 14.4 million market cap currently. In the last 5-6 days, we've been consolidating between 14 million on the bottom level and then 16 million on the top level, when the rest of the market, even Ethereum, which was up big, is now kind of down a little bit. So this is holding much steadier than the rest of the market. Jerry on the week is roughly flat, maybe down 5%. A lot of other meme coins are down 25, 30% in the week. And then look at the 2-month chart right here. So does this pattern here look familiar to this one? Well, yeah, both coins hit sort of a local high. Then they retraced about exactly 20, 25%. And then boom, look at what happened the last time. It pumped up to a 2x, to a new almost all-time high. So I expect this to extend in the exact same direction. So when do I think Jerry will have its next leg up? Well, it's going to come down to 2 catalysts, and I mentioned them both in previous Jerry videos, October and exchanges. So October, otherwise known as Pumptober, is a phenomenally well-performing month of the year in crypto. Here's the Bitcoin average monthly returns chart. Every year since 2013, October, as you can see, the last 6 Octobers have been green. 5 of those 6 have been green in double digit, meaning they ended the month higher than they started the month. And then 9 of the last 10 Octobers have been green months. And then additionally, by average return, October and November are the 2 best performing months of the year in Bitcoin by average since 2013. So you know what they say, when Bitcoin pumps, the rest of the market pumps too, especially blue chip memes like Jerry. Then there's exchanges. Obviously, Jerry is on a bunch of top 20 exchanges such as MEXC, BingX, Bitmart, LBank, XT, Biconomy, etc. So the dev, he's got connections, he has the funds, he is not afraid to use those funds to get on exchanges. So if he's already, gotten all of these others, what's going to stop him from getting on Huobi, KuCoin, Gate, BitGet, maybe even the big 3, Binance, Bybit, Coinbase, and that is where the real price pumps happen. Now let's look at some of those bullish volume indicators for Jerry I was referring to earlier. So first we're going to look at DEX tools. Now see this 24-hour volume number I always refer to in my videos, 182,000. Some people aren't aware of that. That just refers to the decentralized exchange volume. So that 182,000, that's only the trading volume coming from Uniswap. If Jerry was on Solana, then that would refer to the volume coming from Radium and Jupiter. If it was on BNB, it would refer to the PancakeSwap volume. The other volume from centralized exchange listings is not listed on DEX Greener and DEX Tools, but it is on CoinMarketCap.com. Here we are, CMC, Jerry the Turtle. So we're going to go down here. We're going to look at the, let's blow this up here, the 24-hour volume column here, and then the exchange. So there's the 181,000 from Uniswap. Then MEXC, 529,000 volume. That's about 3.5 times the size of Uniswap. Pretty impressive. BingX, 460,000. Bitmart, 168,000. Even OOZX, a lesser known exchange with high confidence, $700,000 in volume. XT, $193,000 in volume. So why are these volume numbers big? Well, obviously they're important because, you want more depth, you want more options to trade on. They're mostly big because the bigger exchanges, top 10, they want trading volume if they're thinking about listing Jerry because they get their money from fees. They don't really care if the price goes up or down. They'd prefer it goes up, but they just want a lot of volatility, a lot of volume. That is what Jerry has, a lot of volume that is well beyond the decentralized exchange volume that most low caps only have that. And that's it for this Jerry update video. So Jerry fam, say hi down below, give me a price prediction, give me a prediction for the next exchange listings, or just say whatever you want. Hit the like button if you haven't already. You're one of the best communities in the crypto. I really appreciate you guys. I'll be back later with a new video. BenCrypt signing out. Catch you later.